Okay, Seasons of Unrest, which we also refer to as Rain because that was the original title. And intro, that kind of just plays the chords. I think on that I'm doing some kind of like hitting E and A, and then D, like each kind of, I think, bar or whatever. First I hit E and then A and then I think G, whatever. You can listen. I just kind of forgot, obviously, but not too important. Just kind of adding some little things in the intro. You can add little flourishes, whatever, if you want. So anyways, the A part is a riff, which I use the vibrato on the Boss chorus pedal, and it's kind of this A minor arpeggio. So it's E in the top string, C a second string, E third string, but that E on A on the third string, then you walk down to the D here, so it's right like 14th and 12th frets on the 3rd and 4th string. Right, that's the first part, and then it goes D, E, G, and then G, and then like F sharp. So the first part would be, whoops, that kind of rhythm. I guess the walk down's kind of fast. It's kind of a weird part. That part is just kind of this chord. I forget what chords he's playing, but there's a weird kind of, I think it's that kind of goes with that, I guess. And then same first part. Actually, at the end of the first part, in the second one, I just walk up to go up to the E. So instead of ending with 2D, I go D, E. And then instead of walking up to the G, it's E, G, A. And the last part is this little 2-note A and D, second and third string, and then sliding down to G and C. So I'll play the whole thing. And then there's no singing on that first measure of the A part, and then I just play the same thing an octave down. So you could play it with, unlike the basic, over like the A minor bar chord on the 5th fret with the E, C. I end up playing it with the E here and then the C. Just gonna kind of like to slide into that and kind of slide down. But again, if it's whatever makes sense to you, you can do the 2nd string, 3rd string. That right in the second part. And then that little 2-note slide I just play here with the 2nd and 3rd string on the 7th fret to the 5th fret. So I'll play that riff in like the higher octave or lower octave. So it's just that, and does that twice. It does the higher octave once, no singing, the lower octave twice, a purpose singing, and then it goes into the B part. So that's what you're playing on the A part. And I keep the vibrato on all the way until the D part, as you can see with the note sheet here. So the B part is just these 7 chords, major 7 chords, or I guess dominant 7 chords. D, 10th fret, and then B, 7th fret. So just kind of like that. He's playing, I think Zach's playing the same thing, just over here, like different voicing. On this kind of second time through, I think I do usually a little arpeggio. And then the second time through, I usually slide down because there's a bass thing that Alex does too, which kind of mirrors that. So the first one is just kind of like, and the second one's like, right? And the third one's the same as kind of the first one. And then the last one, as you can see, it's A, and then so it's the same chord shape. It's pretty easy. A, and then B flat, B, C flat. So the whole thing would be like this. Right, so it does that, I think, twice. Then it goes back to the A part. And then, kind of word structure, but it's A, B, A, B, C. So the second time after the B part, you go into a C part, which is, I play these power chords, like 1-5 power chords. E, D, F, E, and so the rhythm's just funky. You'll have to kind of play it, or listen to the song to kind of get the rhythm. It's like this. So that's what it is. So it's E, D, F, F, E. Right, you're just, again, kind of mirroring what Zach's doing. I just kind of play with a little bit, the power chord, just to kind of make it a little heavy, because he's playing the whole 7 chord. So I'm just playing kind of like the bassy notes on top of that. Right, it's weird funky rhythm. And then at the end you'll hear this, I play the G7 on this 10th fret, like this. So at the end, the last one, oh sorry. Yeah, I guess the last one I didn't write it correctly, but it's E, D, F, C, and then it's just the G. So there isn't the down to C in the last one. Okay. But that's just kind of like the little segue into the third A part, and then there's a third B part, and then after that third B part, there's the D part, which is I think the cool part of the song, or the coolest part of the song, with Zach kind of doing this really cool solo riff. And then I definitely take off the vibrato for this part, and it's just a D minor. So it's kind of like D minor 4 times, and then to walk up to the next one, I just do the same minor chord, C, C sharp, D. Basically that, right? You'll kind of hear it with what he's playing, and then kind of the rhythm you want to play, and then does that twice, and then I just kind of walk up to E minor, right? Same thing. The E minor does it twice. I actually just do it once there, and then I do it once on the 12th fret with this bar chord, right? Just to kind of give it a different feel for the second part of that. You can, again, play it wherever you want. Play it here twice or here. The only thing is that when you're going through that second E minor kind of vamp of it, then there's these hits. You hear like this, and then the third one is a stop. So listen to the song you'll hear, and the third one it's, and then you walk down to the D again to so it's again, it's like kind of a key change back to the D. And that one you definitely want to hit those half step walk downs wherever you're playing it, because everyone's doing the same. Doom, 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 sounds really cool, and then you just go back to the same. What I did with that part is I just hit the wall. So once there's the E minor part and the stop, then I hit the wall, so then it's like wah, 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 and this part I'm using the wah. I think it sounds cool with like going back into that riff, Zach's riff on that part with a little bit of wah on the rhythm, just to make it different. And then it's just that for another, I think, 2 times. And then the weird part with, or maybe the kind of like the, not weird, but just like slightly hard sometimes playing it live with this is like, then there's a segue back into the A part. So I'll usually just like not really do the walk down segue because I click off the wah, and then I click back on the vibrato because I really want to come back in that last A part. After that, you're doing this funky D part. And then there's like a going back into that. So that I would just use as like a second or two to click off the wah, kick back on the vibrato so I can come in with a right on time, right? And I've noticed like that can be a challenge sometimes too when you're jamming out. Like, oh shit, I gotta hit that pedal real quick. Just to hit that first, part of the arpeggio. But then it's just the A time through normal and then it just ends. So that one's not too bad. Just some weird rhythms and kind of weird structure, but not too bad.